Clover Notions has invented yet one more wonderful little doohickey that creates sweetheart roses. It's an absolutely amazing technique, and I'm sure it comes to us from their history and paper folding origami. This is what it is. It's just two pieces of laminated Pellon type material. It comes in three sizes: a small, a medium, and a large. So that's what it is. And you make use of these templates over and over and over again. It's as simple as this. You just take a piece of fabric and cut it, a healthy 3/8 inch larger on all the sizes. You sandwich that fabric between these two templates, and you place a pin at each end where they have the holes. Then there's one end that says start, the other end says stop. So do you see how it's going to just start folding? It's going to automatically fold. And as it folds, these seam allowances come together, and what you're going to do is stitch along the edge of the template, not through it, through both of those layers of fabric. So here I have it started. You just do one fold at a time, and they suggest making use of a paper clip to hold things in place. So here I am. I'm almost to the end of this. Again, recall that I said you stitch through the fabric, through both layers of the fabric, not the template, because the template's going to come out so that you can use it again. Things do slip around a little bit, but this is not a precise science. So you get the idea. You're stitching these two seam allowances together as you fold it. So you get done with that, you stop where it says, you unpin the pins, pull the templates off, and you end up with this. It's a very twisted piece of fabric. So then, what they tell you to do is take their high-tech tool, a bobby pin, fold one end, put it on the bobby pin, and then start twirling it. You pull up your threads to gather it. The tighter you pull the threads, the fuller the rose will be. So you just go like that, and you see all the wonderful folds that it has created. It has more dimension, more depth than my simple football rose. This is the medium size, and again I say it comes in three different sizes: small, medium, and large. Here's a little corsage that I created showing off the three different sizes of sweetheart roses. So play with it. It's lots of fun, and there's a full 30-minute video on the how-tos at my website. Along with the debut of the Sweetheart Rose Maker, Clover also put out the Bow Maker. Again, it comes in three sizes: small, medium, and large. This is the medium, and each one has three different templates in it. It's very simple. You just wrap ribbon around and gather it up, and it creates a bow. So you could use this for your packages. Here I've done it out of a bias cut silk ribbon, but another way to make a pretty flower. Of all of the notions that have come around over the last couple of years, I have to say that the Clover Yo-Yo Maker has got to take the grand prize. First they came out with these two sizes, and the size that you see here in the photograph is the finished size yo-yo, not what you see here. Then they came out with a small one. Then they came out with a bigger one. Then they came out with two sizes of heart yo-yos. And as if that weren't enough, they came out with two sizes of flower yo-yos. And then just recently they came out with the jumbo circle yo-yo maker. So now we have 5 sizes of circles to make yo-yos. You say, so what? Grandma made yo-yos. Why do I need to buy something to make a yo-yo? Well, the more even your gathering stitches are, the prettier the gathers in the center of your yo-yo. And I have sold so many of these. They are so popular. You just really must watch here and see how it works if this is new to you. I've worked out that you don't really even need to cut the circle to begin with. You're going to sandwich your fabric in between these two pieces of plastic. There's little notches and there's lines, and you put the pretty side of the fabric down. You line up the lines and the notches, and then what you can do is cut your circle by just pulling the fabric back around on that edge and cut your circle. So you don't even have to cut around a circle template anymore. I think yo-yos made out of silk du peony are really gorgeous. I'm not going to finish that because I don't want to cut my thread and I don't know where it's hanging. Alright, then you're going to take doubled thread, about this long, I'd say about 24 inches long. Now here's how a customer taught me how to tie a knot. And this is really, really slick. So if you've never seen the quilter's knot, watch this. You're going to take your needle, thread it. It can be single or double thread. You point the needle up, and I do that in my left hand. Then you take the tail of the thread and put it tail down right alongside the needle. Then wrap the threads around. The more wraps, the bigger the knot. Grab those wraps with your thumb and forefinger. Take your right hand and pull up as you're squeezing your thumb and forefinger on those wraps. And you have a wonderful, clean knot. Shall we play it again, Sam? Needle up. Tails of the thread down. This is the clue. The tails of the thread go down. Then you wind around. I usually do 2 to 3 times. Grab those wraps between your thumb and forefinger. Keep squeezing your fingers together. Pull the needle up. And you have a knot. Alright. Knot in your thread. What you're going to do is start at one of these notches. And do you see these little stitches? Those little curves in this plastic template are where you're going to stitch. So you're going to come up at one end of the curve and then back down. Now note, as I'm doing that, I'm holding the seam allowance back because I want to be stitching through 2 layers of fabric. So it's that simple, and you can see because I have to go up and down in these holes, my stitches must be even. And if my stitches are even, my gathers will be even. It constantly amazes me how these little yo-yo makers keep selling. I bet I ship them out, at least 3 times a week. I remember my grandma taught me how to make these, and she made yo-yos out of taffeta and stitched them together, and they come out and hang on our Christmas tree every year. You can make clowns, you can make 3D Christmas trees, you can piece them together for vests, quilts, tablecloths. It's definitely part of our needlework history. Okay, so I'm all the way around. Now I just push, pull out the template, and pull up the wraps, the gathering stitches. Cut that end of the knot tail off. Now I used a contrasting color thread, but you can see once I would take a couple per little stitches, what a pretty little yo-yo that has created. So that, gals, is the Clover Yo-Yo Maker. Last year at the Fall Quilt Market, I was amazed with what they had created using the yo-yo makers at the Clover booth. And the thing that really caught my eye was the calla lily. Out of the jumbo yo-yo maker, they had simply pulled the gathers off center, then folded in both edges slip stitched along there, put some stamens in, put it on a wire, and it created a calla lily. So there's another flower idea for you.